Welcome to My The Asshole Podcast. Let's get into it. Welcome to Am I the Asshole Podcast, baby. It's good to be back. It is a beautiful Sunday episode. Hopefully you guys are enjoying your weekend. Hopefully you did enjoy your weekend. Hopefully you guys are enjoying the heat. I know I am not. My goodness. Have a fan on in the studio. It is hot as balls right now because goodness gracious, great balls of fire. Is it getting hot out here, man? But the days are getting beautiful. You know, summer's right around the corner. So I'm very excited for all that good stuff. Hopefully there's going to be some interesting K-dramas and TV shows coming out this summer so we could talk about it and all that good stuff. But for today, we're gonna have a juicy thread. This thread is pretty interesting. And we're just going to get right on into it, man. All right, so people who had sex with their best friend. What is the situation now? There's no way, man, that I could have like a female best friend and then we do the nasty, man. Oh, dude, that would suck. Especially if like you're like real tight in the friend group, you know, because it sucks. It's like, what if you regret it? What if, you know, you guys do date and then you break up and then everything is weird, you know, and then it's like, it's, you know, friends are trying to choose sides and all. Oh, dude, no, man. No, there's too much drama and all that, but it's all good. These people went ahead and dated or had sex with their best friend for us. So now all we get is the juiciness. So let's see what's going on. All right. So people who had sex with their best friend, what's the situation now? She is asleep in her hospital bed in the living room, hoping to be able to celebrate 36 years together in a few days. Whoa. Oh, I mean, it's sad that, you know, she's in a hospital bed in the living room, but it worked out. They were like, hey, you know, she gave me the booty and you know what I mean? Years later, it worked out. All right. Let's see. Okay. People who had sex with their best friend, what's the situation now? It became weirdly awkward, but we kept sleeping together for a few months. It just became awkward when hanging out in public. We eventually decided we might as well just be dating, but something never felt right. So now we haven't spoken in many years. Not a happy story like most of the others, but very real. Sometimes it changes the dynamic. See, and that's something that I would hate to have happen because it makes sense. Like in your head, you're like, it makes sense. We hang, you know, like she's my best friend. We hang out all the time. We you know, I mean, we're doing this, we're doing that. Like we might as well. Yeah, it's the only thing we're not doing. You know, it's the only thing we haven't ventured into. But it's also one of those things like in the public that makes sense too, because you're just like, you kind of get a weird sense of paranoia. Like, do they know? Do they know I was up in my friend's guts just like an hour ago? Yeah. You know, and then you see friends and like say you guys are like out and then like they're like, hey, what's going on? You guys are like, oh, I don't know her. We just like sort of, you know, ran into each other. And they're like, what are you talking about? Yeah. Oh, 100%, man. All right, people who had sex with their best friends. What's the situation now? All right. We were stupid teenagers when we met while working together and became besties pretty quickly. We witnessed each other's best and worst nonsense for nearly a decade. Somewhere in our late 20s, we confessed our love for one another out of nowhere while on a call. I lived in another city at the time, so he drove 4+ hours to see me. I was so nervous and excited when he got to my place that I kind of made him chase me around the apartment before we pounced on each other. We've been happily married for 15 years, have a kiddo, and 2 cats. 2 chippy tenders. My goodness. You know, one day, we'll all have that happy ending. You know what I mean? All my single people out there, it's okay. It's all right. We'll just keep crying, man. We'll just keep crying and we'll say it's fine. It's fine. We don't want to be married anyway. We don't want to find our person. What are you talking about? It's okay. It's not a red flag. You're a red flag. I have people who had sex with their best friend. What is the situation now? Friends for a few years, drunken sex, started dating the next day, dated for 6 years, and finally married. Damn. Oh, okay. What the hell is going on here? Why is there so many W's? I mean, great for them. Fantastic. But what the hell, man? What the hell? What's going on here? And we got another one. Words, man. Words. People had sex with their best friend. What's the situation now? She's my wife now. No plans yet on having kids, but we have 3 cats. Life is good. 10 out of 10 would sleep with her again. Dude, that's insane. I think that we've cracked the code, guys. I think we've cracked the code. The people out here that are deciding to choose best friends, they're making it work. You never know. You could be listening to this right now and be like, you know what? I have a best friend that, I could see it. There's potential. You never know. There could be somebody listening to this right now and they're thinking that. And this show could be the start of a marriage. That would be awesome. If that does happen, oh, please tell me you come back to this video and write a comment and be like, yo, your thread got me thinking. And I went ahead and click, clack, bang, pulled the trigger on it. And now me and my best friend are doing the dang thing. We are together dating in a relationship. I hope so, man. That would be amazing. That would be awesome. All right. People who slept with their best friend. What's the situation now? We were best friends for years. We studied together at some point, worked together. When we worked together, I got too big of a crush on her. We kissed one night and everything got a bit awkward after that. Following that, I withdrew a bit and found something else to do. We still kept in touch and still had many good evenings because we still knew each other incredibly well. After a couple of years, one of those evenings turned into another smoochy smooch. Oh, man. This time initiated by her. We talked a lot that evening and the following day and eventually decided to give the relationship a chance. Oh, baby. Oh, man. We were happy for a while, but never really as happy as when we were just friends, ironically. Eventually, we broke up. Today, I'm happy, though, alone. I know, bro. I know. I feel you. I haven't truly met someone since her, but I also really enjoy being alone. She met another guy, and they're moving in together. I'm super happy for them. We still talk and catch up every now and then, but less than ever. No hard feelings and friendship intact though nonetheless. Hey man, sometimes it doesn't work out. You know what I mean? It is what it is. I think what it is you guys hesitated far too much. That's what I think. I think you guys hesitated way too much and you guys just talked yourselves out of being together. I think it would have worked between you guys, but there was too much hesitation there. You guys talked yourselves out of it and then eventually talked each other out of it. And then, now it's the way it is. But, it's all good, man. It's all good. It happens. You win some, you lose some, People will sleep with their best friend. What's the situation now? Don't talk anymore. Went from talking daily, then things got serious one night after a party. Went from sex to dating briefly, but she has some unfinished business with her ex.
Bruh.
Damn. We broke up so she could have some time to figure out what she wanted, and we talked on the phone occasionally to check in like we used to as friends, but you could tell there were some weird feelings in the air. One day we stopped calling and haven't talked in 5 years. Woo! Damn, son. Damn. That's tough. Oh, yeah, man, that's tough. 5 years not talking. when you guys used to talk every single day. Those be the worst moments. So those be the worst kinds of like ways to end things. You know, you go from talking to a person every single day, all day. You guys conversation flowing, the hee-hees, the ha-has, you know, all that good stuff. And then it's just like, bam, just deaded. Because personally, I feel like you only find like a handful of those kind of people in your life. Not everybody can you talk to like all day, every day, text all day, every day, hang out with all day, every day. Like there are very, very small amount of people that you can really have like that in your life. And it sucks when one's gone. Oh, yeah, man. All right. People who had sex with their best friend. What situation now? I confessed my feelings and he didn't reciprocate. He married someone else. I eventually did find my actual best friend and married him. We are still great friends and I actually love his wife. There's no bitterness or awkwardness and that's good. That's good. Man, because I would have thought she would have felt some type of way like, bitch, you stole my man. You stole my mans. What are you doing? Who are you? That's the love of my life over there. What do you mean? Oh, my God. All right, people who had sex with their best friend. What's the situation now? If you have sex with your best friend, you either end up not friends anymore or married with cats. Hey, man, cats bring the world together, all right? You know, that's just what they do. What they do. You don't see dogs bringing the world together. Nope. No, they're just stupid. No, I'm just kidding. No, I'm joking. We love dogs around here. All right, we love dogs around here. All right, people who had sex with their best friend. What's the situation now? Nothing changed. We talked about, we talked shortly about it. We agreed that it had to happen at some point, and laughed about it never happening again. Still best friends. I don't know about that, man. I don't know.
Stop the cap.
Kind of seems skeptical. If it's good, if you guys are looking at it like, you know, it's bound to happen. You know what I mean? Your penis was gonna find my vagina eventually. You know, I feel like it's gonna happen again. You know what I mean? It might. You know, I feel like it's gonna be like, you guys are gonna just find that one day, and it's just be like, it slipped in. Oh man, it was bound to happen. No. You know, hey, do thing, you know, do thing. All right. People had sex with their best friend. What's the situation now? It was fun for about 8 years. If I ever seen that motherfucker again, I'm throwing hands. Whoa! Hold up. What? What happened? She was just like, yeah, we were best friends, boofing for 8 years, and now I want to box that motherfucker. Like, whoa! I guarantee you, it was a thing where they probably like they did the boom bang, right? And then I think for her, she probably thought like, ooh, we're in a relationship. Yeah, we doing the thing. You know what I mean? But she's like, I don't know yet. And so she was like, all right, well, if we do the boom bang again, then yeah, we should be in a relationship. And then homeboy is just like, oh yeah, the boom banging was great. I might try to boom bang again. And so then they boom bang again. And then homeboy is like, yo, boom banging with her is amazing. And then she's like, yo, boom banging with him is amazing. I think we're in a relationship. So then he was just like, dang, that means I could boom bang her and then I can go boom bang some other people. And I think that's what he was doing. My man was boom banging with other people and with her. And she was like, oh, I want to beat that motherfucker up. You know? I can guarantee you, because I mean there is nothing, and I mean nothing, that would get a woman that mad than like, you know, seeing what she thought was her man with you know doing that with other people. Like there ain't nothing. I mean nothing that would get a girl more mad than that. So yeah, I can guarantee you, homeboy was boom banging her and boom banging some other girl too. You know what I mean? People had sex with their best friend. What's the situation now? It was the happiest few years of my life. I'll never forget you. Damn, son. Damn. And you know, you want to know like the sad reality of it. And this is not just like me trying to be mean or whatever, but she don't even think about you, man. Damn. And I've been there, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. Been there, but that's what's going down. She don't even think about you. And you know what I mean? She probably with her new mans, you know, probably got some cats, you know, her new man and 2 cats, and they're living their lives. You got to get out there, brother. You got to get away from the past, man, cuz I guarantee you she moved on. That's the harsh reality of it sometimes too, man. All right, people had sex with their best friend. What's the situation now? We're married, have a mortgage and a cat. Man, everybody's got cats. I need to get a cat. You know, damn. All right, let's see. All right, people who had sex with their best friend. What's the situation now? Family gatherings are awkward now. Huh? I wish there was more context, but I'm guessing they're like, you should bring, you know, you try to figure that out, unpack that. I want to say it was a thing where like, this might be hella far-fetched, but this could happen. You never know. They were probably like best friends, and then they started dating because they did the boom bang, and then it was one of those things where it was just like, oh, I have a single dad. Oh, I have a single mom. And then their parents got married, and so now it's like a thing where it's like, oh shit, you know, that was my best friend / girlfriend. Now she's best friend / girlfriend / stepsister. You know what I mean? Woo! That would be crazy. That would be insane. I mean, either that or it's a simple thing where, you know, their families are close knit and they're very, you know, intertwined. But I mean, I like the first scenario first. It's a little more juicier, you know. That would be crazy though. That would be crazy. I mean, shit. Let me know down in the comments. If you had a best friend that / turned into your boyfriend or girlfriend, and then like say, you know, she had single mom, you had single dad, and then, you know, the moms and dads were just like, hey yo, you looking kind of fine. Like, hey, you kind of looking fine. And then, you know, they got together and now you guys are best friends / boyfriend, girlfriend / step siblings. Like, would you stay dating the person? Would you like break up then? You know, would you guys be living in the same house? Because like now you guys are a whole family type deal. That'd be some crazy shit. I won't lie to you. That'd be some crazy shit. I don't know. Let me know down in the comments. Would you stay? You know what I mean? Would you stay? All right, I'm going to do 3 more, and then we'll get into the rest of the show. People who had sex with their best friend. What's the situation now? I had a very, very hard time getting over her. I was incredibly depressed, suicidal for months. We tried to continue our friendship, but it wasn't healthy for me to be around her. I still felt jealous and felt a toxic sense of joy when things went wrong for her. Ooh, I ain't gonna lie to you. Been there, bro. Been there, and it's best to just, you gotta just go. You gotta just leave, because there's no room for you in that. 4 years on, we are now very good friends again. There is very firm boundaries in place, as I have a long-term partner, but we have both apologized and forgiven each other for how things worked out. Having space from each other was the best way to heal, and we could have a healthy friendship now. Yeah, man. Oh, bro, that shit when like you're just infatuated with them, and they're kind of just like, This is cool, you know. And so then you guys break up and you got to go see her with other dudes and, you know, have her talking about her latest crush of the week or month or whatever. Whoo. Yeah. Yeah, man. Couldn't do it. All right. People who had sex with their best friend. What is the situation now. We don't talk as much anymore. She has a boyfriend now, and I don't think he is entirely comfortable with having me around. Understandably, I used to spend every day with her without ever imagining we were going to be some sort of friends with benefits, just genuine friendship, but we grew so comfortable with each other, it just sort of happened. Like, why the fuck not? Feelings for each other never occurred, so when she told me she met someone, I was happy on her behalf. We stopped what we had been doing last few years, and she stayed loyal to her new boyfriend. But when her new boyfriend heard that his girlfriend used to have a sexual relationship with her best friend, me, things got really awkward. We talked it out, and no bad feelings anymore, but I miss the days when she was the bigger part of my life. Honestly, yeah, I'd probably be the same way, man, because like I was saying, how in that previous one where they were like, oh, you know, it was bound to happen kind of thing, and like we're just still friends and everything's cool. Well, it's a thing where like it's bound to happen again. You know, say we fall into some hard times in our relationship, things aren't really going, you know, her way or whatever. She gets like overly emotional and is crying on him. Before you know it, she's going from crying on the shoulder to crying on the penis. You know what I mean? So, hey, I'd be the same way. I'd be like, nah, man, nah, we can't have this going on right here, cause nah, you are not about to be crying from the shoulder to the penis. You know what I mean? Because it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. She'd be like, oops, in my mouth now. You know, I'm like, it was a mistake. Like, nah, man, nah. All right. I'm going to do one more, and then we will get into the rest of the show. All right. Let me see. I want to try to find a good one in here. All right. People had sex with their best friends. What's the situation now? One night at a party, I was on mushrooms. I had decided to have a shower for some reason. Halfway through, she came in and joined me, and we just started going at it. Nothing at all changed, really. Man, it might just be fresh. That might be what it is, you know. It just happened. So maybe not enough has happened yet. But I mean, shit. I ain't gonna lie to you. Sometimes, like, when you're really drunk or you're really high or whatever, taking a cold shower feels amazing. I don't know what it is. It just feels amazing. It feels like taking a warm shower, but it's, like, refreshing. That shit's bomb delicious. Not gonna lie to you. But the fact that she just hopped on in, I'd be like, girl, you better know. You better know what's about to go down. You can't get up in this shower, booty cheeked up, and not get this long and strong. What are we talking about, girl? God damn. I'm just saying. But that's going to go ahead and be the end of that thread, man. I hope you guys enjoyed that thread. Wasn't as juicy as I thought it was going to be, you know? But hey, it is what it is. It's some shit that happens. It's a pretty interesting thread nonetheless. For some people, it works out. For others, it doesn't. And like I said, you never know. It might even get you guys thinking like, you know, that one friend, I might give him or her a shot and see where things go. We might be married with 2 cats. You never know. You never know. And if it does work out, I hope you come back to this video and you be like, hey man, it worked. It worked out. We did it. You're invited to the wedding. And I'll be like, let's go, baby. All right. I expect my invitations in the mail. Okay. I expect it. And I expect to be able to do a speech. I want to be like, cling, 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 heary, heary. I am the reason they are together. Me. Yes, me. And so this wouldn't have happened. You owe me, brother. You owe me. I got you, fam. You know? All right, but without further ado, we're going to get into... We'll get through announcements, and then we'll get into our confession time, and then as well as our scenarios for today. So, patreon.com/MileyAsshole Podcast. $3 a month gets you exclusive episode every single Friday, as well as being able to send in your scenario to be featured on the Tuesday and Sunday episode, like these lovely people did today, as well as your confession times and being part of the thread and all that good stuff. All right, get on in there, check that out. There is a Patreon link down in the description. audio listeners, my Apple Podcast people, as well as my Spotify lovely peoples. Definitely keep downloading the podcast. Rating is 5 stars. All that good stuff. Appreciate you so much. Love you all. And yeah, if you want to support the show even more, follow us on Instagram, TikTok, and subscribe to us on YouTube. It helps out a lot. Appreciate all of the support you guys have been showing. It is amazing, amazing, amazing to see the numbers go up and the support go up and all that good stuff. You guys interacting with the content. I really appreciate that. But without further ado, we're going to get into today's confession time. All right, today's confession time is I wanna cheat. All right, so let's see. Me, 18 male, been cheated on in almost every of my past relationships. There was always a guy that my exes was getting with right after the breakup, and one of my exes even sended me a video of her getting railed by 2 guys in the night she cheated. Whoa, son.
What did he say?
It's bad enough that it's a video of her getting smashed, but 2 dudes is crazy. 2 dudes is insane. Oh, that was very traumatizing for me. Facts. And I didn't want any relationships anymore for that period. After a long period of time, I got into a new relationship. She's got a lot more experience than me and a libido a lot bigger than mine. And I just feel like she might cheat. And I don't know, but I just don't feel secure with one girl. I need them many, and I need to not feel attached to them in order to just feel authentic to myself and feel safe. I don't understand that sentence. He said, I need them many, and I need to, like, what are you what? English must not be his first language, so let's try not to take everything verbatim. All right, so yeah, because that line is a little weird. I'm like, what? All right. And then he said, but I don't feel secure with one girl. Like, what? Maybe he just doesn't feel secure with the girl that he's in a relationship with. And I think that's what he means. I would hope. I need them. And then he says, I need them many. Like, what are you talking about? Okay. I need to not feel attached to them in order to just feel authentic myself and safe. So I want to cheat, and I don't know why. So he wants to cheat because he feels like she's going to cheat first because she has a very high sex drive. Okay. Sure. Okay. She's wonderful though. We've been together for a month and she's almost perfect for me, but I don't know. I just want to cheat and I don't feel safe. It's like every moment of my attachment to her can backfire into me. So what do I do? Bro, what the fuck are you? Oh my God. Okay. What in the hell are you doing, man? What do you mean? Like, you're over here talking about, oh, you know, she has a high sex drive, so I think she's going to cheat on me. So that makes me want to cheat, and it makes me feel insecure because, you know, her sex drive is higher than mine. But so I want to cheat, but she's wonderful, and everything is great. Nigga, bro? It's one of those things where it's like people worry far too much about what hasn't happened yet. It's like, dude, enjoy being with her, enjoy your relationship, love her to the fullest, all that good stuff. If she cheats on you, she cheats on you, bruh. It is what it is. Like, if she cheats, she cheats. And it's like, cool, bro, peace. I get it. You had that traumatic ass video and all that stuff. 100%. I get that. But it's one of those things where, hey, that girl decided to do that. She wanted to be a hoe and get fucked on by 2 dudes and, you know, send you the video and all that stuff. Cool. I get that that's traumatic. I get that's horrible, whatever. But this girl, it's like, until she does it, just enjoy the relationship. And if she decides to cheat, she decides, you know, to be a piece of shit, then let her be a piece of shit and just leave. Just be like, deuces. You decide you wanted to cheat on me? Cool, man. Cool. You're just like all the other bitches. That's fine. It's cool. I thought you were special, but you're not. That's cool. Piece of chicken grease. And you leave. Like, come on, man. You are putting way too much thought into something that hasn't happened yet. Like, just enjoy the relationship and just be chilling. Enjoy the coochie, all that good stuff. Until that happens, don't even think about it. Don't even think about it. Like, what's the point? What's the point in being like so anxious all the time and being so, oh my God, and watching her every move and oh my God, I have to get at her first before she gets at me. Like, bro, like, you guys are wasting your time on some dumb shit when you could just be enjoying the relationship. Because it's not a thing where it's like he doesn't want to be in this relationship with her. It's a thing where he's just kind of letting past traumas just dictate his future with the girl he's with now, which I think is dumb. It's like, no, that girl decided to be a hoe and fuck 2 dudes on camera. That doesn't mean this girl's gonna do it. It's like, come on, man. Like, what are we doing? Same thing with you women's, because you women's do this too. Just because Chad over there fucked and dumped you doesn't mean Jacob is gonna fucking dump you. Alright? Yeah, don't, no, you women's, you ain't getting away with it, no, because y'all be doing this all the time. Be writing into the show talking about, oh, my ex did this, and I think that my current person is gonna do, like, stop worrying about shit that hasn't happened yet. It's pointless. And if it does happen, then you're like, well, it is what it is. Peace. I'm up out this camp. It's going to hurt. It's going to suck. It's going to be like, ooh, ah, ee, ah, ting, tang, walla, walla, bing, bang. But at the end of the day, you'll get past it. The world keeps spinning. Days keep moving. You know? It's all good. Let me know what you think about that in the comments, though. On to the next one. Am I the asshole for feeling uncomfortable about how my buddy acts around my fiance? Uh-oh. Is he trying to touch your butt? All right, a couple of buddies and I went on a trip, and my fiance wanted to go, so we went together. It was my fiance, myself, and 3 buddies who I haven't been close with for long. We're planning to go out to a club, and my fiance got ready to go out. She came out looking good. Hair done, makeup done, wearing a nice little outfit. The booty probably was on point. Man, my buddy was at the stairs as she came down and said, okay, I see you, in a sort of flirtatious way. My fiance mentioned that she noticed this as well. Well, shortly after that, my buddy added her on Snap. Okay. Snapchat is a red flag, man. Woo! I ain't gonna lie to you. If you got a Snapchat, bro, you're a red flag. You're a red flag. You shouldn't be in a relationship. If you got a Snapchat, bro, Snapchat is the numero uno cheating app, bro. Numero uno. And the shit that, that some girls be doing on the Snapchat. I'm talking, they be selling booty and feet pictures and all that. Oh, hell no. I've never had any issues with who my fiance adds on Snapchat, and I never did with that buddy until one time he asked me and my fiance to go bowling with him and a friend. I said, no, we can't tonight. He saw my fiance's story where she posted a picture of her hanging out with a friend. He hit her up on the side and asked her to come bowling with her or with him and his buddy. I had a chat with him about it, and he told him that he was overstepping boundaries. He seemed receptive to that fact and said he wouldn't do it anymore. However, when I bring my fiance, I can't help but notice how he puts on, acts tough, and something, right? Yeah. Acts tough and something for her reaction. Oh, okay. Checks for her reaction. Tries to talk to her more than he usually talks to people. Me and this friend are closer now. So I see how he acts 90% of the time, and I see a clear difference when he's with my fiance. I feel terrible because it's a recurring thought in my mind, and it makes me not want my fiance to come to events that he's at, which only hurts her and us. I trust my fiance 100%, so I have nothing to worry about on her end. Should I take this more serious in me and my buddy's friendship? I've tried to push it under the rug. However, it's led to it becoming a recurring thought I can't seem to shake. Should I have another conversation with him? I value him as a friend when it's just the guys, so should I not be friends with him? Yes, you definitely should not be friends with this dude. He is not your friend. He is your friend for the bipartisan of trying to get with your girl. That's what's going on. My man is playing buddy buddy to get in those cheeks. Like, I guarantee you, and this is how you know right here. If you were able to get your fiance to call him and like fake like you guys broke up and she's really sad, she needs somebody to talk to, whatever, I guarantee it, homeboy is going to take that opportunity. He going to be on it like white on rice, like stank on shit. And I guarantee you, he is there for your girl. That's just what it is, man. Homeboy is not your buddy. He is not your friend. He is there for when you guys break up. And he is going to swoop in and clap them cheeks, man. And I guarantee that's what's going on. I 100% agree with you having trust in your girl. It's just not having trust in him. And that's really what it comes down to. The fact that he's like doing this tough guy act, and the fact that, you know, he's trying to like get her attention all the time and do all this extra shit. That right there tells me, yeah, bro, he is there for your girl. He's trying to get at her, man. Yeah, man. And it's clear as day. It's clear as day. It's clear as day the fact that, you know, he's trying to hang out with her without you. He's complimenting her all the time, hitting her up on the Snapchat. You know what I mean? Doing the tough guy act. I'm sure he like deepens his voice when she's around and stuff. Oh yeah, what's up? What's going on? Yeah, how y'all been? Yeah, what's going on? You know? And then he's with you guys and he's just like, hey, what's up, y'all? What's going on, man? Oh, it's good to see you. And then she's around. Oh, what's up? What's up? Yeah. Man, those dudes are fucking lames, man. Like, bruh, you gotta sit here and deepen your voice. There's so many dudes at my job that be doing that. Like when a girl comes around, they're like, yeah, what's up, man? Yeah, well, oh yeah. And then she leaves, and they're like, yeah, man, you know what's good? And I'm like, you a whack ass motherfucker. You know what I mean? But yeah, homeboy's not your friend, bro. And you're not the asshole for feeling uncomfortable with that motherfucker. He is not your friend. He's waiting for you guys to break up or have an issue, and then he's going to pounce on that, and he's going to try to clap them cheeks, bro. All right. You guys let me know what you think about it in the comments. Let's get on to the next one. Am I the asshole? My partner's depression pisses me off. Okay. I don't know about, you know what I mean? Okay, so I, 27 female, do love my partner, 25 male. I think he's an amazing person. He has a kind, gentle, tolerant, and understanding personality. He's a hard worker and has worked for everything he has. Okay. You guys need to grammar check your shit. Like, golly. He has a kind, he is genuine and only keeps real friends in his life. He is handsome and strong, and literally just beautiful. Neither of us came from good families. The thing is, he has spells of depression that make me feel like I'm being rejected over and over again. It's making me question how compatible we are. For context, I was neglected as a child. There were days and months when my parents legit would come home, or wouldn't come home. Sorry. There was never food in the house. There was no one there for me to talk to. I swore I would never have to go through that again. The times where he is depressed, he ignores me completely, and it triggers me. I told him that, and he said I should be more understanding of him, that he doesn't want to feel that way either. He also didn't grow up in a nurturing home. His father was abusive and his mother was neglectful. Not to the extent of my family not having food or heat or straight up being gone for months, though. Maybe we just aren't compatible, or am I the asshole for asking him to be there for me all the time? For example, today I was excited to tell him a funny story that happened at work, and he said, okay, Then we went to the bar and talked a little. I told him he was being so quiet. We went home and watched a movie. I talked about whether I should make sourdough for a barbecue, and he said, I can't tell you what to do. When I said I feel like he doesn't want me to talk to him, he said, we're watching a movie. Then when we went to bed, he finally told me he's been feeling extremely depressed and weighed down all day. He said he wishes I was more understanding. I feel like he was being rude all day, and I want someone who wants to talk to me and connect and laugh with me, which he is like that most of the time. But when this happens, I don't know what to do. Part of me feels like it would be better if I wasn't around to make things worse. There's a lot of people who get into relationships and they simply just can't handle a person's chronic illness. And it's one of those things where, like, I've been in one of these relationships before where, you know, my better half is chronically ill to some degree. Obviously, for her man, you know, it's a little more mental. With my ex-fiance, it was the kind of the same, except for her, it was, you know, she had POTS syndrome. And so, you know, she was always in and out of hospitals. She would pass out at random times and, you know, things like that. And it's one of those things where if you're not equipped to deal with your partner's illness, whatever it may be, whether it may be like a physical syndrome, it may be a mental illness, whatever the case may be, it's one of those things where you should not be in that relationship. As much as it sucks and as much as it's gonna like hurt to be without that person, you should not be in that relationship. And it's one of those things where for me, when I was in a relationship with a chronically ill woman, I had a tough decision to make. It was one of those things where I was like, I either need to be able to be well equipped to handle this or not be in this relationship, because I personally think she's being very selfish. I really do, because I think that you have come to that question where it's like, okay, my man has a chronic illness. Like, depression's not something that just happens and then it goes away forever. You know, it's something that it keeps coming back, and it'll keep coming back over and over and over again. And I think it's one of those things where if you can't like deal with it and you can't like support your person through it during that time and keep supporting them through it every single time it happens, you shouldn't be in that relationship. You are not well equipped to be in a relationship with a chronically ill person. Just is what it is. And like I said, I've been in that kind of relationship where I was, you know, in and out of the hospital all the time, you know, just seeing her have to go through all of this, different medication cocktails, and you know what I mean? Just seeing all of that. And for me, luckily, like, it made me love her more, you know, just supporting her, being there for her, you know what I mean? Holding her hand through the tough doctor visits and all that kind of stuff. It made me love her more. But that's not for everybody. You know what I mean? Not everybody is going to sit there and love their partner even more, even though, you know, they're dealing with a chronic illness and more things like that. Like, not everybody is going to deal with it the same way. So, again, I think you're going to have to, if you haven't already, like, visited that question and conversation, I think you need to. And if you have already, I think you need to revisit that conversation. Because, again, dating and dealing with somebody who is chronically ill, it's going to take a lot out of you. It is. It's going to take a lot out of you, and you're going to need to be 150% sometimes, you know, and that takes a lot. It takes a lot. So again, as someone who's gone through it, trust me, I think you're being extremely selfish, because I was that person. I was extremely selfish, and I was just like, oh my God, I don't want to do this. And why do we always got to, you know, be in and out of the hospitals and different medication cocktails and this and that, you know. But then when I visited that conversation of like, you know, can you handle this relationship? You know, I gave it a chance and decided, you know what, I'm going to support her. I'm going to be there, you know, and I'm going to just ride this out with her. I did it. It made me love her more. And then it was one of those things where I was like, okay, I can do this. And I was being selfish, thinking only about myself and not thinking about my partner and how they feel. They don't want to feel this way. They don't want this to happen. Like she didn't ask for POTS syndrome. She didn't ask to feel dizzy every time she stood up. She didn't ask to pass out, just because she's been sitting down for too long. Like she didn't ask for this. And so it's one of those things where it's like, if you love them enough, you're going to be selfless and you're going to support them, and it'll only make you love them more. But if it doesn't make you love them more, then it's one of those things where you simply just should not be in that relationship. That way you're not being selfish towards someone else, and you're not, like you said, making things worse. So it's a tough one. You guys let me know what you think about it in the comments. All right, let's get on to the next one. Am I overreacting? Guy I'm dating gets up and peed in his room.
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
Okay, let's get into it. Okay, so I've been dating this guy for about a month. Good thing it's only been a month. So far, he's been really nice, but I've noticed he drinks pretty regularly. This is a quality I don't like, but it wasn't anything too crazy. One night, he had a couple mixed drinks and took melatonin. Didn't think much of it at a time. Bro, ooh, that's a dangerous concoction, bro. Taking any drug with alcohol is not good. Didn't think much of it at the time. We go to bed. Then an hour later, he randomly gets up and asks, "Are you okay?" He then proceeds to piss in the corner of his room. I was horrified. I didn't know what to do. I yelled for him to wake up and stop, but he didn't. He emptied the tank completely and went back to bed. I got up and went to the couch to gather my thoughts. Yeah, because it probably smelled like piss in there. That's disgusting. I then woke him up and he apologized and cleaned it. Since then, however, I'm just completely disturbed. I don't believe in getting the ick really, but this is definitely the closest thing I've experienced to that. I realize this could be a mix of melatonin and whatnot, but I just can't look past it. It grosses me out too much. Am I overreacting? No, because honestly, this tells me he's done this before. If I'm being honest with you, I guarantee you he's done this before. And dude might be a Chad, and I think that's why you're kind of like trying to justify letting this go. She might just be like, damn, man's is kind of sexy, he got that good dick too, you know what I mean? He ain't out here slinging pee-pee, he's slinging dick, so I don't know, man, I might look past it, you know what I mean? I think that's what she's kind of doing right now, because it's like, bro, I get, fine, don't have the ick, that's cool, but that right there, no. Imagine living with this dude. Imagine a year or two down the road, you know what I mean, and you're living with homeboy and he straight pisses on the carpet, or he pees on, like, I don't know, he pees on something. It just, like, and this tells me that this is not his first time doing this. It's not. I guarantee you it's not. I guarantee you this is a regular thing for this dude, and he don't give a fuck. Let's be straight. All right? That's disgusting. It's absolutely disgusting. Oh, my God. Yeah, you let me know what you think about it in the comments. I don't think you're overreacting. Get the fuck out of that relationship. You only been together for a month. You're chilling. That's crazy. All right, this is going to be our last one for today's Sunday episode. If you got this far in the episode, thank you so much. Appreciate you. Make sure to download the podcast as well as rating us 5 stars. Follow us on TikTok and Instagram, as well as subscribing to us on the YouTube. All right. Love you guys all. Appreciate all the support. Patreon.com/MyTheAsshole That exclusive episode every single Friday, as well as being able to send in your scenario like these lovely people did today. And yeah, man, all the links are down in the description. Love you guys. Let's get into this last scenario. Am I the asshole for being upset that my boyfriend, 29 male, is hesitant to drop my friend and I, 25 female, off at the airport? All right. I mean, I kind of think so. Like, what's wrong with dropping your girl off at the airport? Okay. My friend and I are leaving for the airport this Friday for Memorial Weekend. Our flight leaves at 8:30 p.m., meaning the ride to the airport is going to be at rush hour. So it'll probably take 30 to 50 minutes to get there from my house, where I live with my boyfriend, and then probably about another 30 to 45 minutes back for him. I asked him while the three of us were hanging out if he could take us to the airport, and he hesitantly asked when it was, and it just seemed like he didn't really want to take us, assuming since it would be rush hour. I mean, your flight leaves pretty late, so it's not like he has to wake up early, like at the butt crack of dawn or anything. All right. I just asked him, and he's not doing anything on Friday, and I guess I'm upset that he doesn't really care enough to want to take us and save us an Uber ride, even when he doesn't have any other plans. I think that he would take us if I really asked him to, but I'm not sure if he would be super happy about it. I like to think that my partner would love to take me to the airport if they weren't doing anything. Is it rude of me to wish this? Is he right in wanting to not really want to take us? Okay, in the context of this story, it seems like you're throwing it out there and then you're hoping that he's like, he reads your mind and he's like, oh, don't worry, babe, I'll take you and your friend, instead of just being an actual fucking adult, communicating with your partner and just being like, hey, babe, after we're done hanging out, can you take me? Nigga, like, the fuck are we talking about? Of course, dude's gonna be like hesitant. He doesn't really know what the plans are. He's like, do you want me to take you? Do you not? Like, because even I would be in that situation. Because I guarantee you, she worded it in a way like, oh, you know, me and my friend are like our flight leaves at 8:30 p.m. tomorrow. So like after we hang out, you know, we're gonna need a ride to the airport. I guarantee you that's how she asked it. You know, in air quotations, asked. She didn't directly ask him, babe, can you take me and my friend after we hang out to the airport because our flight leaves at 8:30 p.m. She asked, oh, hey, you know, our flight leaves at 8:30, so like we're going to like need a ride. So, and homeboy was just like, okay, do you want me to, you know what I mean? Like homeboy's like, I don't know. Like what's the plan? Do you guys have shit figured out already? Is your friend's mom gonna take you? Is your friend's boyfriend gonna take you? Do you need me to take you? Like, you know what I mean? Instead of her just communicating like an actual adult and saying, hey babe, can you take me and my friend to the airport because our flight leaves at 8:30 p.m. And I think he'd be like, oh yeah, sure, no problem. Because you gotta understand, like, a lot of times as a dude, when our girl brings us a piece of information and not all the information is there, we don't like to assume shit. We just kind of wait like, okay, if she needs me to take her, you know, she asked me to take her, cool, I got her. If not, maybe I guess they'll figure something out. I'm not 100% sure because we don't know. We don't know for sure. You're just throwing out this vague like, yeah, you know, we're going to like need a ride. So like, yeah. And it's like, okay. Yeah, like, do you need me to take you? Or because I guarantee that's how I guarantee that's what he said. And that's why she's like, oh, he said it hesitantly. And I would want him to love to want to take me. Bro, he didn't know. Because you're just like, yeah, we just kind of need a ride. And you're like, okay, did you want me to take you? And she's just like, oh, yeah, I wanted you to take us. Oh, okay, all right, yeah, okay, cool. But the hesitancy came from, like, is there more information? Are you guys planning to get an Uber? Or do you guys plan on asking someone? Did you guys have someone in mind that was going to give you a ride? Like, we don't have all the information, so a lot of times for guys, we don't assume. We let you guys figure it out, and if you need our help, we got you. We're here. But we're on standby. You know what I mean? We kind of like, all right, until I get more information, we just going to stay on standby. And it's like, but as a guy also, you know, if we don't have all the information, we'll kind of hesitantly throw something out there and be like, do you need me to take you? Like, and you know, and then she's like, yeah, I would love for you to take us. all right, cool. Yeah, no, I got you. I'll take you. But see, it's that hesitant in the beginning where she's overthinking it and being like, oh, he doesn't want to take us. Oh, he's not excited about it. Oh, it wasn't his idea. I had to throw it out there. And it's just like, bro, no. You need to be an adult and you need to communicate with your boyfriend. If you wanted him to take you to the airport, you should have just asked. And I guarantee you, he'd have been like, yeah, sure, I ain't doing anything. Without hesitation. But since you worded the question a certain way that required hesitation, because he obviously probably didn't have all the information. He didn't know if you guys had somebody in mind, or if your friend was calling somebody, or you guys were going to do an Uber, or what. He didn't know what you guys had planned for how you were going to get to the airport. So he threw the suggestion out there. Did you need me to take you? Like, come on, man. This is ridiculous. Like, bro, communication. You women always talk about, oh, I need a man who's a good communicator. You guys are trash at communicating. Trash. Like, bro, if you want to ask something, just fucking ask. Instead of doing all this little backhanded, backdoor style asking of a question. And it's like, and then sitting there talking about, oh, I wanted you to want to take me. It's like, bro, I do. It's like, no, because you didn't offer, and then you hesitated when you had, like, no, bro, I don't have all the information. I don't have all the answers. I'm not gonna read your fucking mind. You need to ask me. Like this, that's just stupid. It's insanely stupid. No, I do not think he's the asshole at all. Not at all. You need to communicate. If you wanted him to take you, all you had to do was ask. That's it. That's all you had to do. But you sat there and was just like, yeah, we're going to need a ride, so yeah. It's like, that's not asking. That's not asking. All right. But that's going to go ahead and be the end of today's episode. Hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. Hope you guys date your best friend, man. You never know, man. It might work out. It might work out. And if it does, you better get back to this video, comment, and be like, yo, I'm married with 2 cats. You know what I mean? And one of the cats better be named after me. I would love that. That'd be amazing. All right. But love you guys all. I will see you tomorrow for stream. And then I will see you on Tuesday. And yeah, that'll be it. All right. Love you guys. Peace.